Hi, and welcome to Book Chat with Julie, and welcome to my dining room table. Happy September, and happy almost fall, and definitely at our house, happy football season. Football season has begun, and that's a good thing around our house. September is also National Library Card Sign-Up Month. So you already know that I'm with the North Little Rock Public Library System, and it is National Library Card Sign-Up Month. So if you do not have a North Little Rock Public Library card, please come in and get one, get a library card, and use all of the services that we offer with your library card. And through this month and through the fall, with your library card, if you're local here, there's multiple businesses that are offering free things, discounts, all kinds of free appetizers with a meal, 20% off of a tire change or anything all throughout the North Little Rock and the Little Rock area. If you show your library card, there's lots of bargains to go take advantage of. So this month, I'm going to talk about, and I know I've talked about it before, pre-ordering. Something that makes a great start for an author when they have a new book out, whether it's their first book or whether it's their 100th book or their 200th book. Something that really helps an author out is that if you can pre-order the book or you buy it within that first week of the pub date. That's where the numbers roll in. That's what puts them to the bestseller list. That what puts them on, the New York Times bestseller, the your local bestseller, the indie bookstore bestsellers. If you can pre-order, and because we're a library, we want to encourage you to use the library. So if you know that your author, your favorite authors, are going to have something coming out, make sure that you get that suggestion form in a few months ahead so that the library can join in on that pre-ordering, ordering the week that they come out. And so that way that gets them into the library faster as well. Again, if you've been following Book Chat, you know that I love a signed copy. So I have some of my favorites that I do pre-order, and these are all pre-orders that I did kind of late winter, early spring, and so they've been trickling in all spring and summer because I wanted my signed copy. Some of these I got from the author, from their website directly. Some I ordered from Amazon, I will tell you that. And some I ordered from outside different indie bookstores to kind of support the bookstores that kind of support these authors. So you get a lot of things. When you do pre-order, not only do you get possibly the signed copy, which all of these are signed, and some of them are signed directly to me. Some are just have their signatures in them, which I like. But sometimes when you pre-order, you also get gifts. The author will send out, a publishing company will send out different things. So like with The Summer of Songbirds by Christy Whitson Harvey. This was a fantastic read. It is about 4 girls that they grew up together at camp, sleepaway camp, when they were young, and they had stayed friends for years and years and years. Now they're grown, they're married, they have kids, they have different life, but the camp is in trouble. So they go back and they're trying to raise money. Of course, going back as adults, each one brings back to camp their adult drama, their adult saga, their adult problems. But they come together and they, have a happy ending at the end. They all get back together. They solve their adult problems and they save the camp. I'll give it away. They saved the camp. It's not a secret. So I grew up at Sleepaway Camp, which was our church camp, Camp Neotez in Missouri. And I still have dear friends that I talk to almost on a weekly basis, especially through Facebook, that I had met, and that was from the early 70s to current. So, but when I pre-ordered Christy's book, it came with, a sticker. It came with a bookmark. It's signed to me. It did come with a little piece of artwork that I will put on my bulletin board. It also came with like a little book bag and some little doodad things there. So that's another incentive to do a pre-order is sometimes you get some goodies with it. Kristen Harmel, another one of my favorites. She had The Paris Daughter come out this spring, and I wanted to support her, and I pre-ordered from her website directly. She has gone through breast cancer this past winter, leading into the springtime. And so part of her sales went to the Breast Cancer Society and Susan Komen and a variety of different breast cancer organizations, and she's doing well. But The Paris Daughter, it is set in 1939. That'll kind of give you a little hint that it is a historical fiction. It's about two young mothers, and they meet, and one mother has to leave, and she leaves her daughter with the other mother, and then she comes back to find her daughter. And that's all I'm going to tell you, because I don't want to ruin that story. That was a very it's kind of a tearjerker, but there's happy parts, and it was just a really good read, and I'm glad I pre-ordered that. Another one of my favorites is Patty Callahan Henry, and she had The Secret Book of Flora Lee. And it, again, is historical fiction. It is set during World War II, and there's two little sisters, and they are off finding a place to hide. And the older sister tells a story, and then the younger sister goes missing. There's a make-believe part of this, and then there's the war part of it. Then you fast forward to current day, and she is in a bookstore, and there is a book that is up for auction, and it is the stories that she told the younger sister. So is the younger sister missing? Where did those stories come from? How did they make it into book form? Again, you'll have to read it. And that's The Secret Book of Flora Lee. Viola Shipman had a book come out this summer. Viola Shipman is the pen name for Wade Rouse. This one is a little close to home. He grew up in Missouri in the Ozarks, but he also has some St. Louis ties. And there's mentions of things in this book that took me back home. So going back to camp, going back to St. Louis, especially in the summertime, things that he mentions in this story. And this is famous in a small town. Can you go back home? Are things the same when you go back home? Sometimes they are, sometimes they aren't. And one of my pre-orders that actually literally just came in the mail right before I got ready to film this is Laura Lippman, and it's Prom Mom. Her story, so I haven't even read that one yet. Her stories are more a little thriller, suspenseful. So I'm anxious to get started on that. Now that I've already read all these, so I can turn the camera off here in just a minute, and I can get started on that one because I'm ready to go. So I hope that you had a good summer, and I hope that getting back to school, getting back to football, I'm hoping that the fall weather will roll in soon and we can get out of these 100 and 107 temperature days here in Arkansas. And again, I'm Julie with the North Little Rock Public Library System, and I thank you for joining me for another episode of Book Chat with Julie.